interested in it. Okay, we just started now. Good morning, everyone, because the recording just started. Yeah, today's topic is regarding commercial training in leasing. We have a series of topics about commercial activities, commercial sales, commercial other topics as well. Selling business, selling for investment property, and some other topics regarding commercial real estate. So this topic, again, we say that's commercial leasing, and we start today with this from the beginning as a basic. The first time we're doing real estate in commercial leasing. Yeah. Before we doing that in real marketing searching, we do go quickly to see for the theory. So what kind of we have to know as agent. And many agents ask me, David, can we do commercial sales? Can we do commercial leasing? Some agent, because they got a license the first time, they don't know. So I always said to our agent, yes, if you got a license in Ontario, you can do anything residential, commercial as well. And even some people say in Ottawa, in London, Ontario, Waterloo, can we do that as well? My answer is yes, always. Okay. So commercial leasing, that's a basic one we start today, and let's see what we need to know. So the first time when you touch your client asks you, David, I want to rent a space. I want to do something running a business. I want to start my a kind of the business like automobile, garage, and some other kind of stuff. So what I can do? So the basic one we always said to the client, you don't need to worry about it for now, but you have to know as an agent what's the process you need to know. Okay, and also that at the very beginning, also very important to our agent. If you were asked by your client, so you have to know what's the difference between the commercial leasing and the residential leasing, right? So this basic one I tell our agent that to say, commercial lease is always dominated by the landlord. Residential lease, always have problem. You see from every day we see from the group. So the tenant has this issue, landlord has the other issue, and it's really difficult for the landlord to deal with. But in commercial lease, make sure if you are representing landlord, you have to you know what's the power, what's the right for the landlord. If you are representing tenant, you have to make sure to protect your tenant from the beginning. So that's a kind of different. Always, let's say, commercial landlords have more power than the residential. That's true. Okay. The first thing, as I said at the beginning, if someone asks you, David, I want to do something, I want to rent a place for my business or for my start something, trying some other kind of business, what you can do? Then first of them, you make sure what kind of use they need it. So use is always important when you do the commercial lease. So wherever you find something, the first thing you see, this place is good for lease on for the use or not. Other than that, it's hard for you to proceed some kind of the searching or other kind of issue. Like yesterday when I was in office, one of the agents came to see me as well to say, David, I want to get the space for my client. They want to do after school program. That means some kind of institutional use. What you can do when you search on MS, you can hardly find anything like that. So you cannot easy to find specifically for after school program. So the best thing you can do, I suggest our agent, search on the location first, according to your client needs, Markham, Richmond Hill, or downtown Toronto. Number one, the location. Second, make sure the size. What size you're looking for, 3,000, 5,000, 100,000. So you have to know the size. Number three, you have to make sure that that the price is falling into your client's budget. Some clients say, I can only afford 5,000 per month. I can only afford 3,000 a month. So if you look for something, the price already, let's say 6,000, over 10,000, what you can do? No, you can't do anything, right? So that's why I said these three criteria, three important points you have to make sure. Okay, the use, the location, the use, that there's a pricing. Those three kind of things you have to make sure everything okay, right? So that's the process. I have a slide here. So if some people want to see it later on, you can ask me if I want to see those slides for you afterward. So basically, I need to focus on more times to how to searching, how to do you prepare the commercial lease. People have been talking about the theory many times already. So this section, I will focus on searching and prepare the lease. And after this section, I'm sure that you will know basic how to prepare the commercial lease anyway. So this is a long theory and here for this slide, so I don't want to go through too much. So let's go back to real searching, real work we're going to do now. Let's stop this slides here first. Okay, so at the beginning, as I said, if the client asks you, David, I want to rent some at a place for my business or for my special use, what you are going to do then? So basically, according to your client's needs, you first have to go to MLS. When you log in, we have to start from the beginning, okay? When you log into your MLS, you have to do the search. So from search, you will see, I'm using metrics anyway, so some people use stratus and some other agent maybe use REAM, whatever. It's basically will be the same process, okay? From search, you go to see the commercial lease. Open commercial lease. As I said at the beginning, you need to find out the location first, right? So location, let's say I'm using here. When you do searching commercial lease, you already see it, and you have to see the local area. The area will be, let's say, York region. I want to do something in Markham, York region. So that will be York region. One issue, maybe you remember I said just now, from commercial lease, here on the left side, right, the commercial lease, you will see what the lease you're looking for here. Here will be, when you do the history CMA, you will do this part. But I'm here doing what? We need to do what kind of lease I'm looking for. Let's say the type. Look here. At the beginning, as I said, some people, the agent, like I do the example yesterday, the agent asked me, I want to do after school program. I want to find something. What type will be falling into? One of them will be commercial retail. Some of the commercial retail, you can be allowed to do some institutional use, possible, but not 100%, okay? Number one, you can select this one. And the other thing that some people will say, office, you know, some kind of office building, they can allow you to do run after school program or something like this. So for today's section, I will make it simple, straightforward. I will do the retail first, okay? Commercial retail. Here I pick up active commercial retail area. I already see York region, you see, community. There's a municipality. We have to say Markham. You can type. The same thing with searching residential, Markham. So you look at here, we already select what? This area. Now, if you want something more specific, some people will look at the category. I suggest not to use category here. Look at here. Category, some agent, the reason is some listing agent, they don't put anything like this. Select everything. Look, from account commendation all the way the category. I don't suggest use this one, but you can, what you can do, the use, look at here. Here the use, okay, and the category will be used. The use will be more specific because we select at the beginning, you see, retail, commercial retail, including a lot of stuff. Look here. Here, there's retail here as well. Some people say, I want to run what? Restaurant. Yeah, you can see a restaurant here. Other client maybe say, I want a coffee shop. What you can do? Go to coffee shop, cafeteria. You will see cafeteria, cafeteria. That's the kind of coffee shop. And other client, maybe they say, and as what we said just now, car or automobile, garage, car dealer, garage. You can see a garage as well. So the more specific here, even gas station, garage, you see garage, those kind of things you will see. So that's a lot of more specific use. So that's why I say suggest you to use more specific use, not category. So for today's section, I don't pick up anything here for now because I set retail, right? Retail, commercial retail, because it may fall into some use to my client. So from here, if you want to narrow down more, look here, because the section you will see 80 according to the result. If I do retail in marketing, so far the 80 listings available, but I want more specific. What? Go to the right-hand side. The price, right? On the right-hand side here, the price, MS number, you see listing price. If you know the price, let's say gross rent, you say 5,000, you can type 5,000 here, right? Then in this case, how many results here? Give the 5,000 lease, only one listing here. So I don't want the price here now. I want what? The size, and what I said just now. The location, I got it, Markham, but I want the size. The size where you can do, come down here, property characteristic, this gross sales, whatever. I want it. You see what? Total area. Look here. So, like the agent asked me yesterday, 3,000 to 5,000. What can I do? You can see 3,000 to 5,000. There's really simple here. If you want not more specific, you can do what? You can say 3,000 plots. Look here. That means I'm looking for minimum 3,000 square foot. Maximum, I did not give maximum. So here, give me 9 listings. So from here, what I can do. So let's try 9 listings because it's already narrowed down already. I don't want to waste too much time. I search from 80 listings down to 9. Okay, let's open it. So maybe, oh, something. Let's see what's in here. Search. Okay. Yeah, this is 9 listings. Look at here, 9 listings here. The reason I show you some listing the features inside, what do you, such as how do you calculate price, what the use, and also the other thing you can prepare offer based on it. Okay, let's see. 9 listings. I'm going to open one by one. Go quickly. Okay. Number 1. Look at here. We have the address, right? This location-wise is good for my client. Let's say. Okay. From here, look what you can do. Always the listing price is number 1 for you. Look, this always say $1 per square foot net rent. Sometimes agent ask, wow, it's so cheap, David. This only $1 per square foot. Looks like really amazing, right? And that's why some agent was asked by the client, wow, that's good. Let's go for that. Be careful. $1 per square may not be the really asking price. They want you to work on something, find out how much you can offer them, just like for bidding. The bidding was something like this, okay? So don't be too excited about it at the beginning. And we're not talking about the price now because we need time to search later on. The second thing is called the net rent. The TMI, in the commercial lease, net rent plus TMI will be the real price for the lease, commercial leasing. So here, when you say net rent will be what? It's also called basic rent, all right? And here, look here, we need TMI. What TMI means? TMI means realty tax, management or maintenance, and I for insurance. That means building insurance. According to the listing here, look, they did not say TMI, they just say tax, okay? Tax means 81,224 per year, not per square foot, right, per year. That at the beginning, the net rent is $1 per square foot. That's the difference, okay? So when you calculate the rent, later on I will show you how to calculate it, right? So 80,000 may be difference in. We'll go finish with 90 first. That's why I need you to pay attention to net rent and TMI. This is called tax only, not TMI. We see some other listing. Next one, you have to see how long the listing here. 321 days on the market. So that means this has been there for a long time enough. That's why maybe sometimes price not good, or maybe some other issue use not good. That's why still stay there. Then we see the total square footage. That's important to the client, right? You get 32,000 square foot. That's too much. My client looking for 3,000 to 5,000 only. So in this case, what you can do? Of course, forget about it. Okay. So that's something I show you as a first listing. Let's go to the next one. We see something different. Okay, this is another one. Look at second listing. The pricing change. See, look at here, net lease. How much? $21 per square foot. Okay. And TMI, we are talking about TMI. We call it additional rent. How much is it asking? You see, look at here. $5.5 per square foot. They call it TMI. The previous one called tax only. All right. So you have to find, if you want talk about the price with the landlord, you have to make sure what TMI total. Okay. So this is two prices we have seen already. And next one we have to see again, square footage, right? That's the square footage. So those are kind of things you have to remember. Pricing. The one I said at the beginning, what? The use. What kind of use? Look at here. Category, okay? They told you multi-use. When you say multi-use, they make sure what kind of use they should be allowed. Come to the description here. Look. So what kind of use they should say? They say ideal for a variety of business, including retail, beauty salon, private club, cafeteria, commercial school. Look here, commercial schools, financial institutions. You see, that's why they call it multi-use. So when if the size is good for your client, look, commercial schools, that means good enough then, right? So the next one will be, if you use this, let's say that the size is good for your client. It's ready for you to go to talk to the leasing agent. Say, the pricing okay, the location is good, the use already there, the size already good enough already. What you can do? You have to call the leasing agent, book for showing. Then if it's showing, the client say, oh, that's a good one. Let's try it. Of course, then you go to book an appointment with a leasing agent. In this case, some commercial leasing, remember commercial real estate agent or brokerage, sometimes what? They don't use broker pay for booking. You can call their office, you can call the agents directly with their cell phone. For this one, it's not. This is not a commercial real estate brokerage, but some of them you need to call the leasing agent directly. Important for us, if this is the right one for you, what normally when we do resell residential rents, 2.5%, 2.25%. In commercial lease, the price, the commission, what does it pay you? Look at here. many other agents sometimes ask me, how can I get my commission? How much I can get it? Look at here. What do they say? 4% first year net. That means 4% of the first year's net rent, $21 net, times the square footage. That's the 1 year total rental. This total rental times 4%, you will get the first year's commission, right? Remember this. Look at it again here, 2% balance term. What that mean? That means if your client sign the lease, let's say they ask for lease term, how many terms? Some agent here, listen here, 36 months, that means 3 years term, or maximum 60 months. That means 5 years. That means from 3 to 5 years lease term. If your client looking for sign a lease for 5 years term, that means from year 2, you get 2% of net rent each year. 2% times 4 years. So you get your commission plus the first year 4% of net rent. So that's your total commission for the deal. So of course, if, according to your client, the longer term better for you, you'll get more commission. The only thing you remember, if you are a leasing agent, make sure that the total commission, that the tenants offer the deposit good enough to cover up this 5 years commission. Otherwise, some lender will be on closing will be in trouble, right? As a buyer agent, you will ask for on closing day, total 5 years commission. That's important for you. That's the reason why you need to make sure that some agent, if they don't know, they say, David, you have 5 years term. I pay you first year commission already 4%. Every year I pay you 2%. Every year, from year 2, year 3 to 5. Do you accept it? If I'm a tenant agent, I don't accept it. Because I don't know that the tenant will be, let's say 5 years, maybe during 1 year, second year, who knows, the tenant will be going away or the tenant will be sublease or whatever. So it's not my co-operating agent responsibility. So in that case, I will ask for one time only, okay? So all the, let's say that the tenant, something wrong during 5 years term, is not the co-operating agent job. It's the landlord's job. And after closing, or everything will be go to the landlord. The landlord, that's why the landlord has to qualify the tenant, whatever they ask for. Deposit, security deposit, you have asked for whatever secure the deal. That's will be protected landlord. I saw that some leasing, the landlord asked for 2 months security, first last plus 2 months security. Even some landlord asked for 5 months security. I mean, times the total 7 months, right? I remember one time 2 years ago in Mississauga, one of our agents rented for a warehouse for 5 years, but it's for growing. You remember at the time it's very hot for growing, right? So for growing purpose. And how much deposit you made? 150,000 deposit for the warehousing. So it's a lot of money. So that's what the landlord say, if you are new, I don't qualify you, I need more security deposit. Okay. Okay, that's this is the second one. I can show the listing, something important for you. Make sure. Okay, let's quickly go to the next one, and we're going to how do you, based on the listing, how do you prepare it? So let's see the next one is something different. If you see net rent, always net rent. You see this one again, did not say ask for TMI, this is only tax, okay? And also the size, that's important. That's why I always tell our agent, make sure the size is good for you. The use also the same as the previous one, multi-use, okay? And this one, description, you have to see whenever you need it to. The commission, that's important for you as well, 4%, you see net, 2% remaining term, that means depending on the lease term, right? So this is one similar like the previous one. Let's go to the next one. I want to find something new, if different from you. Look here as well. Net rent. Okay. Let's call it tax again, not call it TMI. Then you have to see if they don't have the core TMI, you make sure do they have other costs? Let's say management fee, condo fee, or building insurance. You make sure. Okay. Look here, the size, it looks good. 4,000. That's why 3,000, 5,000. You know, the according to client. Only the use, what the use is the category commercial condo. The use, what they say, it's only office and retail only. Maybe not good for the school, right? So that's double check with the listing agent what use they can allow your client to do. And again, those kind of things you have to make sure whatever they say, double check with the listing agent. And here, look at different here, the commission. 3% first year net rent again, 1.5% remaining. So that's it. The commission will get less than previous one, right? So that's something different from the one. Let's try a different way. First, any gross rent here, and again, I don't want to touch it again. This already here. Look at here the size, whatever. Okay, I want to see if anything gross rent. You have to see much more better here. Again, net rent. Here is tax also, and the size. Okay, that's nothing new. Only the thing is the pricing. The commission, 4% again is commission. Okay. Let's see the next one. The price is no different, and the other issue looks okay to me. I don't want to do anything here now. Let's see this one. Oh, okay, the net rent and the TMI, they mentioned TMI. And the size, of course, only the use, you call the retail, look, the use. And commission, what they say here. See Schedule B. So you have to look at Schedule B, what their commission mentioned. Some listing agents say the commission will be paid in whatever according to their requirement. The landlord have some landlord ask a different thing. So you have to go back then maybe later to Schedule B. Let's see, the last one here is called 39, and also TMI, they mentioned TMI as well. And what their commission they're paying. Also, again, they call it Schedule B. So Schedule B, we have downloaded Schedule B, find out what they already mentioned about it. So the one thing I need to remind you, when you commercial lease, the price, the problem is sometimes when you look at, let's say at the beginning, remember the first one? They ask for $1. It happens sometimes in downtown Toronto, office building, you'll see in a high-rise building, office building. I remember sometime few years ago, they asked the net rent only $5 per square foot. It happens sometimes. But the TMI, I saw one of the TMI on downtown office building asking for what? $75 per square foot. So sometimes additional rent, I mean, TMI is much more than the net rent. In normal case, for industrial retail area, mostly their net rent is more than TMI for sure. If you see that industrial warehousing, always, let's say $20 per square foot for warehousing, but for TMI, only $5, $6 sometimes it happens, all right? Okay, so let's see. We only do searching here now. If you have any question later on, you had asked, let me know, okay? Let's see, I'm ready to prepare the offer now. Let's say we're ready. What do we can do? Let's go to the web form to make sure the offer is going to be ready to prepare. Let's find something, let's say which one had TMI and net rent together. That's more easy for us to do it, okay? Okay, let's try this one then. $21 plus net rent. And TMI already $5, you see? That's everything here. And let's say the square footage is good enough for my client. And the use, as I say, multi-use, that we already said, all right? So let's say arts, commercial school, institution. Yeah, that's good for our client already. Let's go for it. Let's assume we call the agent already. We book an appointment for showing. We told the listener, say, oh, this is Jason here. I know Jason. Jason is my friend as well. He used to work in our brokerage. And Jason, I got a client. I want to after school program. So let's see. We're going to proceed with book showing already. Our client is satisfied about it, and we are prepared often now. So in this case, they say, oh, just go ahead, whatever, according to the landlord. They ask for going to normal process. So that's ready. Okay, let's go to the web form to prepare offer for now. You see the same thing like residential, right? I mean, prepare offer. We go to where? Web form here. All right. Now we open a web form. Let's see what we can do. From here, look at the address already there, right? And here we say, when you choose, maybe commercial lease, where's commercial lease? Commercial lease offer 04A. Open it. This, because we are open from Toronto Airport. So the type, look here, you will see the condo commercial property. So the MS number is already here. In this case, what you can do? Just a second. Here, you get ready, then create it. So from here, let me create. Okay, so when created the form is already here. Let me just a second. Make it easy for you. The same thing like you do in residential offer. Some people will do one by one here, right? Fill out this one. For me, then make quick, the easy one. Go to this form right away. Here, look at right hand side. Click on form. Look here. The form already in the package is built in already. 815, 546. Look at 510, 324, 566. 630, 631, 635. So everything should be already here, right? So for you, the important is what you needed. First of all, I always suggest if you want to protect your best interest yourself, you need a commission. You need to sign 546 first. The same thing like for residential, you need to sign a BRA. So in residential, if you sign a BRA, that representation agreement, we always suggest you. Tony also yesterday mentioned to you one of the agents because we have a complaint, we had claim against another agent from other brokerage because she stole away our client. Because we had this BRA, valid BRA, our agent, but the client went to purchase the house with other agent. So we have what? A very solid BRA there already because we should register on MS, BRS. In that case, you can protect your commission. Because in arbitration, we can show them that we already registered BRS. So the BRA we have there, we deserve a commission. So that's the first thing we always said important. So 546, I suggest you to sign as well. Make sure the client has not been working with our agent, then you can sign this one. Okay. So here, because we want to do the commercial lease just for the basic lease first. Okay. This one I will don't touch it for today because we don't have time. Next time when I do a training for how to protect your best interest in commission, we talk about it afterwards. Okay. So here, 510, that's the really commercial lease here. Let's open it. Okay. We go quickly because we don't have much time here. Look at here. A commercial lease. The 510, you always record a long form. Long form, what mean the long form? Long form, we have built in all the clause or whatever here already. And also long form goes from the lease from year 1 to year 5. So that's more easy. Sometimes they say, my client only look for the 1 year term, lease term, or even 3 years, but go by the lease at every year, no change. So I would suggest you can do what? Commercial lease short form. The short form there you'll be see much more simple, not as complicated as this one, but you can go through that later on. Okay, the short form they call it 511. Here 510, 511. You will look at the difference. We talk about it later if we have time. Otherwise, so when you see something like that, we let me know. Okay, the offer same thing like here. The day tenant landlord is already there. I don't want to see there anything. So here the import start from 1. The promise you will see approximately what? How big? Let's say 10,000 whatever, right? You make sure square footage. You make sure square foot, and more or less on main floor. You have to make sure on main floor. That sometimes the main floor or ground that depend on what they say, right? And here edge already in what? The city. You have to make sure city of Macron. And the schedule, sometimes the people put schedule here, you don't need it. They say a schedule A. No, it's not schedule A. Because sometimes the landlord give you a floor plan. The floor plan and they say attach it as schedule B or C, whatever you need to. Otherwise, leave the plan, okay? The use, as I said, important at the beginning. Your client use, they say, after school program. So that you can make sure this one. Sometimes I'll say office. Some people say office or professional office or whatever. Something or retail, whatever you use, you have to make sure here. Okay, that's important. So here is the lease term. You have at the beginning, as I say, your client looking for 5 years. You have to say 60 months here, right? If it's 60 months, we automatically start from, let's say, December 1st. Or we, unless something different, normally you can go from the first day of the month, right? Some, of course, you can do what? Middle of the month, any day of the month, right? So maybe first of 2023, you see, go by 5 years, will be what? December 1st will be from November 30th, right? Will be November 30th. What year will be? 2023, maybe 5 years term, 2028. Let's say 2020, 28, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, that's the 5 years term, 60. Here, people sometimes missing here. We call what? The lease term 5 years. I want 5 years plus 5. So what means plus 5? 5 plus 5 means we have another 5 years option. So you have to say here will be 1 additional term of what? 60 months. The landlord given notice, what normally we go by 6 months. You need to notify the landlord before the lease term, 6 months before the expiring. You say, I want to exercise this additional term, 5 years. That's all important. Otherwise, if you don't have option to for this one, if it's happening all the time. The client running, let's say, a restaurant, right? Have 5 years term, and if without option, then at 5 years, then you're gone. You cannot talk to the landlord for anything. But this 5 years option is the right for the tenant. So the landlord cannot terminate the option, but it's up to the tenant. They say, before the lease term expires for 6 months, I say, I want to continue another 5 years. So if you don't have this one, you lose your right. Especially when you want to sell the business at the time before the expiring of the lease, then you're in trouble. So you cannot sell anything, right? So this part always tell your client. He say, I don't want the option. You put the option there, protect yourself, all right? Here, number 4, I said it just now already, right? And This 5 years term, this is a long form. This is a short form, you don't have this one. Let's say this is number 4, December 1st, we will start from beginning, right? It will be 1/12/2023. Start from December 1st. And up to what? Will be November, right? November will be November 30, November 2024. That's 1 year term. You will see this important pricing, how much per annum we set. Remember the pricing? Let's go back to the pricing. $21. We go say, let's say, we're giving them $20 here. So you will see what? $20 per square foot. Remember this one, okay? 21, 11, let's say, do the mathematics. Let's try how much for the pricing. $21, let's say $20 per square foot. How the net rent, how much square foot here? Look at 11,355 times 11,355. So we get how much? 227,000. That's going back to the form here. So the first year per annum, we're going to 227,100. That's the total annual net rent only. Remember, per month, how much? You have to divide it by 12. Divide by 12 will be 18,925 per month. Based on what? At the beginning, I said how much? $20 per square foot. So this is year number 1, it's done, right? So you go by every year, 5 years term, one by one. Let's say you go by, I don't do 2 years first, okay? Let's do the 2 years first. The second year will be, we have to change the day. Year 2, maybe again start December 24, then up to 2025, right? The second year. The pricing will be, let's say, because we at beginning with $20 per square foot. Year 2, I can give them 50 cents per square foot. Let's say 50 cents, right? So that will be how much going to be then? Let's say $20.50. $20.50 times the square footage. 11 what? 11,355. So the total annual per annum will be 232,777.50 cents. That's per annum. So going to buy per month divided by 12 will be 19,398. So that be per month. Look at here, 2020. That be per square foot again. So this is the ones year 2. Every year you will see, let's say 5 years, I can say third year will be $21. Yes, year 4 will be 21.50. 23 will be 22. So everything will be per square foot. Okay, so that would be 5 years. If you go to 5 years, you see, look at here. I don't do the calculation here now, but only I show you the way doing this, okay? So you do calculation later on, whatever here. So that's the pricing we did for net rent. Look here. Remember, always said, if you do gross rent, you have to remember to make sure you have to delete like the fixed minimum rent. That's called fixed minimum rent. That means called net rent. They call it. Okay. If the additional rent, gross rent included, you have to change the wording, not fixed minimum rent, right? Okay. The price. Let's say you're done already. The next one we have to go. Here will be always the rent will be, remember to subject HST, always net rent plus TMI will be subject HST. Here we be going to always the first day, because you start from December 1st, right? You will be start from December 1st. So you pay the rent start December 1st. Always put here. And the page 1 is done, right? Page 2 will be deposit will be upon acceptance, always upon acceptance. So the deposit will be payable to leasing brokerage. And in amount, you have to do the calculation, okay? The calculation will be what? Remember, net rent plus TMI. Net rent plus TMI will be plus HT. You have to remember, okay? In the amount of, when you do the calculation, you will put the total here, maybe first and last again. So first and last one, if you have security deposit, what you can do? Normally we go by this one. Let's say first plus last. Here will be, and let's say 2 security. That means in this way, when you do, if the landlord, you ask for first and last plus 2 security. If you're a tenant of agent, of course, you don't want to do that, right? That means I show you here, you make sure that's the total deposit you have made. So in this way, you have, in the total will be whatever you put here, the total will be, okay? I don't do the calculation for now because we don't have time to do it. So remember, net TMI plus HC will be total 1 month or 2 months or 4 months. You can make sure this is the total, right? Okay, so let's go to move on. Here, the service always depend on what kind of service you're given. Look here, the tenant should pay all the costs. Normally, the way you would do that. But sometimes in an office building, let's say, as I mentioned, downtown office building, the landlord pay utility, everything, water, whatever. So you have to depend on where you select according to the listing. So in this case, will be tenant to pay everything, right? You just select this one. Number 7, additional rent. Of course, you can check this one. And sometimes if you don't check this one, you put something in Schedule A. So in this case, we can put this first. And also the details say see Schedule A. So if it's Schedule A, we have more Schedule A in the back. So this one select as this now. Number 8. Look here, number 8. That's the Schedule A we said at the beginning, right? You don't need to put any Schedule A, Schedule A here. If any Schedule B, you have to put Schedule B, whatever according to there. And the next one will be, again, irrevocable. It's very common. It's something like what we are doing. Let's say irrevocable until tomorrow, and by the tenant, always tenant, and until 11. Normal commercial leasing, commercial real estate agent, if you not too late, you can go anything, 6 p.m. whatever, select 6 p.m. whatever, right? And this one is done. And the rest will be the same thing as residential. I don't want to touch you. Here, number 11, if anything you want the landlord to do something, you put the schedule here, let's say Schedule C. If not, leave it blank, okay? And that's why tenant work, landlord work, depend on what they do. If they have, leave it, put it there, otherwise leave it blank. Number 12, leave it blank as well, because signage, there's some put a sign outside, whatever, you can leave it for now. You don't need to do anything. So the rest will be, I don't want to touch it. And let's say parking as well. If no designated parking, leave it as well, because normally will be public parking everywhere, right? And this is other issue, signing the normal as a residential, I will not touch it. And here, let's say the Schedule A, that's important. We said how to prepare often. That's all the content we put here. I build each one for everyone. Remember, according to each lease, you need to modify. Let's say number one, the paragraph number one, I put the additional rent here for whatever per square foot. Let's say we already said $20 per square foot, right? No, this additional rent $5. They say $5 already there. You have according to your listing. You can write down this one, and according to how much per square foot per annum, you put everything here, right? So do your calculation. If that you see the second purpose, a lot of agents still put here. This one only when you gross rent, you put this one here. If not gross rent, remove this one, right? You don't need it, and this is important. Make sure. And again, for the paragraph 3, this one we sometimes say we give the landlord already additional that's the option to renew. We already mentioned 6 months for 5 years term. So in case, the only thing important here, to say if the price after number 5 years, we put the $22, right? Not the last $22 in 5th year's term. And if number 6, we're going to do what? We negotiate mutual rate, maybe 22, maybe 22 to 50, depend on the market. So if not reach that the price are not agreeable, we go by arbitration. That's it. That's why we put this one here, okay? And the rest will be very common. Everything we said, try to protect the tenant for this case. And here, the only thing here will be post-day check, because if you go by 5 years term, you put the last month deposit already, so you see year 1, you need 11 checks, post-day check, right? Some people put the 10. You say, oh, we paid in one, first and last. Yes, first will be first year, last will be the 5th year's deposit, not for the first year. So that's why 11 deposit. Yeah, right. And the rest will be go by clause. You will read about it. And this one, the only thing I need to tell you here, the insurance. We always go by tenant insurance. So some people, some land ask for 3 million, some people ask for 5 million, but the minimum would go by $2 million plus for commercial insurance. So this one, in offer, if you want to change it, if you're a landlord, a listing agent, you may change it. If you're a tenant agent, you can keep for now, and you can ask the landlord later on, they can change it as well, right? And be careful this one. There's one thing yesterday the agent asked me, David, my client want to do something on the space, so I need a free rent. What you can do? You can always ask the landlord, give 1 month or 2 months free rent or not. I'm here to put standard. Normally most go by 1 month. Sometimes you can go 2 months or even go by 3 months, depending on how long the tenant to do renovation, to do set up the business. I give always an example. One time I got one tenant, they're doing the club, a kind of service club. They spend $2 million for the renovation. Well, the landlord is happy. After $2 million renovation, what? The building, property, the value is up, right? So they gave 10 months free rent. So that's why it depends on how much you're going to spend, how long you're going to take a setup. So that's free rent. You always negotiate with the landlord, right? So you can put your request here, doesn't matter, right? So other clause will be already here. I don't want it to go through one by one, and you can read it yourself here. And the only thing here will be, if you're tenant agent, you need always what? Put the condition to protect your client. That means the condition upon the tenant's solicitor, lawyer to review and approve the lease, of the lease, or even the office, the tenant lawyer should be review and approve what? Standard lease. Let's say standard lease. Here also. sometimes the landlord has their own standard lease, but they don't give you until you provide this offer to lease. So in this case, okay, so we need to put this condition here. Unless if you ask the listing agent, David, you have listed the landlord, does the landlord have standard lease or not? If they don't, then you can cross out this two sections, right? If they say they might have a standard lease, you have to keep this one as well. All right. So here will be that the lease and the term conditions in this Schedule A. So mostly, more or less, we're already there. So I don't think not every case the same thing. So you need to modify the case by case. So in case you need really something, want to change something, or you're not sure, you can contact me. I can help you out for this, right? So that's the kind of the offer, at least already here. And let's go to the one form. It's more important for you because this is your commission. Okay, let's go to 324. Because always you work, I don't want you to work for nothing, right? You need something to protect yourself, your commission. Here, always the same thing like 320 residential, right? Always put everything in. That important is you have to see here. Number one, listing represent a landlord, so listing agent not presenting the customer to your client. That page one. Page two, you will be page two. You always represent you are the cooperating agent, so you will get the what? Commission paid by them. So you can choose A or B. If A, you'll be as per MS. I suggest in this way you can see B. So when you do the B, we put say 4% for year one. 4%, not $4. For year one, 2% for the rest of each term. Paid to be payable on closing date. So in this way, if you put like something like this, you are more secure, more safe. You get the first year, and the year 5 years lease, you get another 4 years commission 2% on closing day. So in this way, you say if the landlord say, "Oh, I don't want to pay you on closing," here we already agree on it, all right? So the rest will be all the same, all parties, listing agent, cooperating agent, and also the landlord, tenant sign here. So that's done. So that's the commercial lease form we are done here. So far, we go through the MS searching and offer how to prepare it, and also the form how to fill it quickly. So as I said, this commercial lease sometimes looks to many agents complicated, a lot of stuff, a lot of things. So you have to make sure then what you can do. So 1 hour to training is not good enough for everyone, right? And I'm sure it's only the beginning, it's the entrance to commercial leasing. So from time to time, as I say, I'll be here all the time. You need help, whatever. And in the office, Scott, Sammy, and Kelvin, myself, or even Tony, we can help you out for, not only residential, but also commercial leasing as well. So that's what I'm talking about here now. I believe 10 minutes for everyone. If you have some question to ask me, and I can answer you here right away. All right. So let's start from any question for now. Because too much to talk about it, I cannot control it. Okay. Thank you all anyway for now.